Welcome back to Belmore. 14-4 at the start of this second half to Parramatta. And there is a change in the Eels lineup, Bill.
Bill Greentree, there he is in 43, takes the place of Matt Goodwin, who's got severe concussion.
Well, that could tell its toll too. Goodwin's been in outstanding form. Still no Gillespie for Canterbury. Bill Harrigan lets us know there's 40 to go for Canterbury to try and climb back into this one. Barnes. 101 tackles by Canterbury, 18 defeats, 14 Brokenshire, 97 to the Eels, Barnes 16, Langford 14. Greentree for Horrow. Look at that to try and tell a story of the first half. 15 of those missed tackles were by the Canterbury forwards. Bit of pressure on the kicker. Something they didn't achieve in the first half. Canterbury, McLean juggles it. Robinson. Right on halfway.
He comes in pretty regularly now to take the weight off his forwards. He's pretty useful sub to the forwards on some occasions.
McGrady, Thomas, swivels. Still manages to keep it alive for Farah to straighten. Bit more running and determination in this Canterbury outfit. Brokenshire. Strong surge. Sloppy ball though, well taken by Smith. Last tackle. Langmack goes blind with McGrady. They might run it at the defence. They did. It'll be a handover. Bit more running from the Canterbury forwards, Bill. I think they know that Gillespie's due.
Well, he's inside in the dressing room warming up, Graham, but there's no indication as to when he's going to come on. But that was a more determined effort by their forwards. They got over the advantage line. Let's see if they can put it together in defence now, because Parramatta really had no trouble busting them.
Drake. That is what you call defence. It came from Dean Pay.
Yeah, that was a real head-on shot, that one. Really good.
Barnes. All of a sudden, a little bit of bustling tactics upsets the Eels at the start of this second half. They're trying to turn it, Canterbury. McGrady got away from one scrum in the first half. He doesn't get away from this one. Langmack changes direction for Nissen to come in. Midfield. And about 27 out. Pay. Right on the 22 now. Alshan. Barra. One hand back for Alshan. McGrady. Somebody's got to straighten. McGrady. The ball was knocked down by Parramatta. 6 more tackles. If they're going to enjoy a good roll on of possession, they've got to make it show on the board, Canterbury. Brokenshire. Trying to kick himself free to get to his feet quickly. Thomas. Back on the inside for Smith. Stays a dummy half, Thomas. Runs from there. Back on the infield for McGrady. Went without the football. Knock on.
Sound replay. There's the ball. Well, actually, it hit Sterling on the back of the head. But the ball had gone forward off a Canterbury player. So Sterling gets the opportunity to put the ball in the scrum. Parramatta win it, and they're away again.
Kenny for Lydiard. He coughs it up. Langmack quickly for Corcoran. Corcoran ran out of support on the outside. Robinson's careering onto this one. He's played like a second rower most of the night. The crowd's starting to support this Canterbury side now as they look for a try. Langmack, Brokenshire. They pointed him straight ahead. That's where he went. Knocked back. Well, it looked as though it might have been knocked down by Parramatta. They come up with it, the Eels. And they've held on an important passage of play.
By the same token, the Bulldogs looking a lot more determined at the start of this second half. It's Parramatta in possession, just about on their own quarter.
Well, they've got to start guarding the football a little bit better than they have in the early part of this second half. It's been a little bit casual.
Drake. 5 tackles gone for the Eels. It's charged down. That ball is going to go dead, though. Smith was careering after it, but so hard did it hit him that it went over the dead ball line.
Well, Smith's had a fine game, but Lydiard took much too long over this kick. He's very, very casual. He's gone right off the boil in the second half. The ball ricocheted over the dead ball line, so the play will restart from the quarter with Parramatta in possession.
Greentree with the restart. Al Horrow. This is another good run from Langford. Just on the halfway mark now, Parramatta. Sterling found a little gap and got a pass away. Drake was there to back him up. Here's Sterling again. Now it's out for Laurie. Parramatta's used up 5. And Sterling puts this one in. McLean is grasped by Bartolo. Just about 8 metres away from his own line. And again, Robinson was called upon to bring the football up. Now it's Nissen's turn. Got a back for Alchin, and then for McGrady. Dean Pay. The penalty's going to go to Canterbury. Horrow not allowing him to play the ball, not getting off him quick enough, holding him down a little. Discussion between Langmack and Farah.
Well, Farah elects to kick the touch. I don't think there was any other option.
And that's a fine kick from Farah as well. Beautiful kick, in fact. Finds touch just 32 out from the Parramatta line. So it puts the Bulldogs in a very handy attacking position. Pay to McGrady. Alchin got it back for Nissen. Nissen has gone without it. They'll play the knock on. Alchin figuring in that play, Bill Anderson, but Alchin has at 5'8" been a little quiet.
Hasn't had one of his best games by any stretch of the imagination. I think what he's got to try to do is the forwards now are standing in tackles and looking to offload the ball, and that's where Terry Lamb would be just zotting up in support. I think if he thinks about his support play more, he'll find a few breaks. At the moment, he just seems to be more concerned about directing traffic.
This is Krinkovic, 10 metres from halfway. Laurie. Drake. Langmack in there to take him.
I recommend a course in sprint training for Drake. He's very ponderous. He's a big, strong fella, but he's very, very slow off the mark.
Looked like a nasty gash for Brett Kenny over just behind the ear. Here's Sterling again. Knocked down and knocked on by Langmack. So another scrum will be set just inside the Canterbury half. Sterling again with the feed. Trying to picking it up. Now here's Kenny. Alchin's got him though. Lydiard in a dummy half. For Horrow. Greentree straight up the middle, made about 10 or 12 metres. Now Langford. About 30 metres out. It's Sterling, and then Laurie, then Kenny, back for Laurie, and then for Krinkovic. Plenty of passing, but they didn't make much progress. Last tackle signal against the Eels, and Sterling, the grubber kick for touch, finds it about 10 out from the Canterbury Bankstown line.
I think he was looking for the legs of one of the Canterbury Bankstown players there. If you see, there was one of them did a very quick hop, skip and a jump to get out of the way, so the ball didn't ricochet off his leg over the sideline.
Grady with the feed for Canterbury. Nesson. Langmack. Deep in their own territory. Peets. Thomas. Another good Friday night crowd here at Belmore of just under 12,000. Farah. Off the legs. They haven't kept a straight line in defence when chasing Lydiard. He's been able to scoot away and unload on a number of occasions. Kenny. Krankovic. Sterling. Laurie. Their back rowers have been great again tonight. Barnes. Ankle tapped as he sighted a gap. Sterling. Switch of play. The kick again. McLean's there. He won't worry about it. Parramatta still lead 14-4.
Jetstream, leader in livestock feeding equipment design. One-man milling machines and mixers which really do mix completely and handle high roughage without bridging. Jetstream makes Australia's largest range of feeding equipment, so there's a machine for every property, from the small family farm to the large feedlot. They're built to last and have Australia-wide service support. Jetstream, proven in the field, faster, more efficient stock feeding equipment from these dealers.
Inverell, maintaining a picturesque heritage alongside a thriving business sector.
Motor Mecca, a local company supporting the Inverell district with top service and spare parts backup on all their machinery, including chainsaws, push and ride-on mowers, plus stationary and small motorised equipment. Barry's Motors, your Ford and Daihatsu dealer in Inverell, with an excellent selection of new and used vehicles, plus the right parts and fully trained technicians in the workshop to ensure your complete motoring satisfaction. Inverell Outdoor Supplies is not just a camping store. Steve and Kim can show you anything from a range of warm winter clothing to replica swords and pistols. Outdoor Supplies caters for people looking for something interesting. It's a shop worthy of a regular browse around.
A country lifestyle with the best features of the city. Inverell, the gem of New England.
We do it once a year. Sound Components $500,000 stock take sale. Everything discounted, no exceptions. Many items less than cost. This JVC Super VHS camera is now $3,800. A Sansui Hi-Fi system with remote and CD complete, $2,800. JBL 150-watt speakers now $799, and an Onkyo Hi-Fi system now $2,400. Hundreds of other bargains at Sound Components once a year stock take sale. Don't miss it.
JT Fossey make it so easy to drive Australia's #1 selling car of the last decade with a scoop purchase of factory fresh 1990 Falcons with 5-speed manual or 4-speed electronic auto transmissions. These special prices are while stocks last, so take advantage of this unique offer for a limited time only at JT Fossey, the Ford Falcon people Tamworth.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
Barraba Building Supplies, your local Lysart Building Industries distributor, offer a large range of Lysart products, including custom orb and zinc loom roofing and walling, Nita screen fencing and Colorbond roofing. They specialise in manufacturing concrete stock watering troughs for the man on the land, as well as assemble rainwater tanks and accessories from Lysart products. Barraba Building Supplies offer a broad spectrum of building products backed by friendly service from local owners who grew up in the area. So for all your building needs, check out the great range at Barraba Building Supplies, your local Lysart distributor.
Parramatta still deep in Canterbury territory, 10 behind the Bulldogs. A player like McGrady is one that might help turn it around. Nissen. Pay. A little bit of galloping room, gets out near the 32 before he's well and truly upended. McGrady, Farah, they were standing flat. Back for Peets, Brokenshire, somebody's got to run. Nearly got himself into trouble with a shepherd. Getting in each other's way. They are bunched, Canterbury. There is no designated backline as such. Alshin. Cut out pass. Everybody left it. Farah. The angle for touch. A little bit of experience. He gets them out of danger.
And he's saying a few words to the team at the moment too, as you can see. Now you do this or so-and-so is the line he's putting on at the moment.
He was having plenty to say to his centre teammate Corcoran. Vitolo.
Barnes moves very quickly out of dummy half, almost like Walters for speed.
Langford. Thomas backslams him. Kicks in play has been pretty close. Parramatta the more telling. Sterling is on a short line. They get a penalty. Lydiard rushes at Sterling, says he wants to kick the goal. Sterling thinks about it and says we might grab two. So a young man at fullback convinces his skipper to bring in Mann.
Well, this should be well within his range. He's kicked with great success tonight. Kicked 3 goals. The only criteria that I would suggest he needs is that if he doesn't kick the goal, he's got to kick it dead.
Can't argue with that record. A telling 2 points if Mann picks this one up. The Bulldogs will be searching for 2 converted tries. That 37 out has the legs, not the accuracy. It goes dead. It'll come back to the 22. The Eels still maintain that 10-point lead, 14-4.
The hook is very deep now. He's waiting, lining himself up, and he's caught it. The hook has caught a fish. Oh, no one else can catch a fillet of fish like that.
And Scotty Mann, who missed with that kick, brings the football back almost to halfway. Langford. This time it's Horrow. Certainly have worked very hard, this Parramatta pack, particularly the back trio. Sterling got a good pass away for Canterbury.
It was very quick passing there from the 3 of them.
Greentree in a dummy half for Sterling. Laurie was out there. Scrambles his way up towards the quarter. 5 tackles gone. Here's Sterling again. A little dummy from Sterling and then passing it back inside, but Alchin was there for Canterbury. Now Pay. Again. Robinson very keen to bring this football up. McGrady almost got through.
Electric eel.
Canterbury supporters had their hearts in their mouths in as McGrady threatened to make that break. 13 handling errors by the Bulldogs. Parramatta's caught up a little in the second half. 13-9, those handling mistakes. This is the last tackle for the Bulldogs. Lydiard is down for this. Backwards. Hawken chasing it through along with Robinson. And Bartolo, good run down the blind side. This is a fine run from Bartolo. Brings it up towards the halfway mark. That's a good game. Now Sterling. The Eels bringing it back very confidently. Drake. Short ball for Jackson. Now Horrow. And making ground pretty easily, the Parramatta side. Last tackle. Sterling again. Puts it along the ground and is able to find touch only about 5 or 6 metres out.
Yes, he's almost like a chess master, the way he moves the ball around the football field. Quite incredible. This hand replay shows again the classic skills of Sterling, the way he can hold a game together.
And with the exception of the first few minutes of this second half, it's been played almost entirely down this end of the football field.
I think they might as well give Robinson one of the higher numbers because he's always in the forwards, isn't he?
Yes. He certainly brought it out a lot.
I admire him. I like a winger that comes in away from the wing and does a bit in the forwards. That's good stuff. And he's big enough too. He's a big strapping boy.
McGrady. Can he get through that lot? Thomas quick hands through Langmack. Listen will play it just outside the quarter. Farah sends Lydiard down. Ball is going to roll over the touchline. That's a great kick from Farah. He was very close to the touchline when he did kick it.
Yeah, in this hand replay, this was a classic kick, really. Probably the best of the night in terms of gaining yardage. Just beautiful. About 50 yards along the sideline.
Beautifully judged from Farah. And the scrum is about 11 metres out from the Parramatta line. Now at last Sterling is able to feed it. And the penalty is going to go Canterbury's way.
I think it's because Peter Sterling used his foot to trap the football on the side. You watch him again. In it goes, out it comes, and the foot eases it back towards the back of the scrum.
What an absolute rarity, a scrum penalty, and Gillespie comes down the tunnel. I can't remember the last one we've seen in Winfield Cup football. Cheer for Gillespie. Canterbury with a chance to bring this game well and truly to life. Parramatta's defence last week was outstanding. They'll need to repeat it here. Thomas. Smith. Accelerated for a moment. Robinson again. Flick pass that finds Thomas. Langmack. Forced back up the middle. There's a hole for him if he can straighten. He does that, but got a pass away and a silly one away. He knows better. Horrow. Canterbury looking for another error. This is an area where they've got to put pressure on the kicking game. Sterling's general play in that department has been good. Last tackle. Who's on the kicker? Nobody. They'll have plenty of time. Robinson. Got a bit of room to get up some pace here. Brought down well by Kenny. Got it back, Farah. Farah still going. Gillespie's out there now for Brokenshire. First touch. And he stood it nearly unloaded. Thomas. Langmack. close. Langmack. Well, you've got to put it down as an opportunity gone. Nissen didn't look, surely.
Well, this was the move.
Well, this is the knock on.
Oh, that's the knock on. That's the end of it, yeah. We didn't see the first part, the early part of the break.
Sterling comes up with it. Kenny. Brankovic. To the outside beautifully for Jackson. Now it's come back for Canterbury. Penalty for somebody being held back. Harrigan is talking to Corcoran.
Well, Jackson here on the Nissan replay.
Well, in actual fact, it was Andrew Farrer.
Yes, Andrew Farrer.
Who pulled back a Parramatta player.
Yeah.
Good decision from Harrigan. Couple of opportunities gone, Bill.
They sure have. I thought that when Glenn Nissen made the break, Graham, and had McGrady inside, I reckon that was a try under the post from down here where I am. All he had to do was put the ball back to him. McGrady had too much start, no one would catch him from behind. I think with Gillespie, the wild card to be played here, we all know his ability in attack and defence, but it's the manner in which he may be able to lift the players around him. He's the sort of footballer that footballers like to have with them. And, the tackles like that are the sort of thing that might just get this Canterbury team up off the deck.
Sterling trying to settle this Parramatta side down and produce a dividend from their strong first half. Langford. Good run. Sterling wants it. Kenny. Stepped inside beautifully. Kenny flicks it back for Brankovic. Greentree's got it, but lost it. The pressure's starting to tell to both these sides now. McGrady. Farrer. For Robinson. Good tackle for Bartolo. Nissen. He's covered some territory from the far wing. Alshin. Hay. It's livened up into a gripping second half. Langmack. Ball was forward. It'll go back for the scrum, but the pass was forward. 14-4, Parramatta over Canterbury at Belmore.
Saturday on the magical world of Disney.
Showtime.
Chaos reigns when a TV crew invades the Gibbons household.
Right.
And Bart discovers women.
Chicks dig me.
When Barbara Eden's brand new life continues, Saturday night on Prime.
Jetstream, leader in livestock feeding equipment design. One-man milling machines and mixers which really do mix completely and handle high roughage without bridging. Jetstream makes Australia's largest range of feeding equipment, so there's a machine for every property, from the small family farm to the large feedlot. They're built to last and have Australia-wide service support. Jetstream, proven in the field, faster, more efficient stock feeding equipment from these dealers.
You'd be crazy to wait any longer. You can't save any more by waiting during Laurelton's spectacular progressive sale. Tomorrow's big discount is 44% on anything in the store. Laurelton's progressive sale, now on Atari, Foster and Manning Mall.
That's our company boat. Oh, very impressive.
Fill the bilge? Yeah. I even wound up the winch.
King G Permanent Press handles anything with style, which helps when you're dealing with the public.
Looks like 2 trips.
Who asked you, fella?
Were you here till the country? Look, I run this place. I don't want accidents.
Don't backchat me, I know boats.
Do anything else for you?
King G Permanent Press handles anything with style.
Tamarang Engineering, Corindi. They've got the Lysart building products to get the job done, plus a huge selection of steel materials. Excellent service and quality products put Tamarang Engineering way ahead with their customers. Their engineering workshop facilities are second to none. They hire all sorts of gear from trench diggers to tractors. And they're proud to be Corindi's Lysart distributor. Tamarang Engineering.
Hey, fella, Dinkum Bargains, we're the #1 place to shop.
Look at this week's Fair Dinkum Bargains. Colourful, fashionable sand pictures at a super price of only $9.99 each. Reclinable baby strollers, strong, tough and in bright fashion colours, $49.99. And stylish timber frames in assorted sizes from a low $1.99 to $3.99. Hurry, limited stock, all items reduced until sold. Fair Dinkum.
It's where Fair Dinkum Bargains never stop.
At Richardson's Hardware and Agriculture, Armadale, not only will you get friendly service and advice, but the full range of Lysart Building Industries products, including meter screen fencing, which looks great any way you look at it and built strong for a long life. Besides the Lysart building products, Richardson's can supply builders hardware, timber, building boards and all agricultural requirements. If you want friendly service and advice on all building requirements, check out Richardson's in Armadale. Professionals in hardware and agricultural needs.
14-4. Parramatta with this handy lead, but they have to withstand what is a bit of a revival from the Canterbury side. Now Langford. Laurie scrambles to the quarter line. Greentree. Very good run from him.
He's got to get to his feet for that.
10 metres out. Here's Sterling. And Kenny back inside. But Krankovic, who's flying at the line and scores! Danny Krankovic is in to score for Parramatta.
Yes, a lovely try. Kenny again, the man who's responsible for it, but we'll see it exactly how it came about. Here it is. The pass back on the inside to Krankovic. Krankovic evades several tackles and goes over with the fullback, Jason McLean, holding on to him. Here it is. Sterling, Kenny, the old firm, back on the inside. Krankovic with plenty of pace, plenty of step. As you can see, went well off his right foot then to evade a defender. See it again from a higher camera head on. Sterling and Kenny, the grand company. There it is, beautifully timed back on the inside. Krankovic perfectly positioned, evaded two defenders and scores a great try. That should put it beyond the reach of the Canterbury Bankstown side.
22 years of age, Danny Krankovic, on our Nissan player profile. And just when Canterbury looked as if they were crawling their way back into this game, that try has come. And Farah laying the law down behind the line to his side. While Mann has the conversion attempt. It's to the left. So Mann can't have the extras, but it's now 18-4. Parramatta leading Canterbury. And this will really see what Canterbury Bankstown's made of now. The presence of Gillespie just a few moments ago when he came on seemed to give them a lift. But I wonder if that try will knock the wind out of their sail. Sterling brings it back. Here's Drake. Greentree again from dummy half. 10 metres from halfway. Barnes couldn't find any way through there. Maybe Horrow can. They've used up 5 tackles to get almost to the halfway mark. Sterling again. Back to this young fullback, McLean.
Well, he found plenty of space, even though he had not much area to kick to. Found plenty of space. The ball evaded the fullback and let the chasers come up, the Parramatta chasers, who were all there in numbers.
Robinson again playing the football. Ball has gone astray. McGrady was able to dive on it.
6 more.
And the tackle count restarts. Corcoran. Alchin. The crowd starting to come to life, trying to get these Bulldogs going again. Farah will play it. Now Gillespie. That's okay. McGrady can't get loose. Alchin. Long floater for Robinson. Beat the first tackle of Bartolo. Jackson and Barnes there to take him. Just inside the Parramatta half was Langmack for Geordie Peets. Then for Nissen. Only a ball movement and the tackle count restarts. So Parramatta now starting to find themselves under a little bit of pressure. As Canterbury continue this forward movement. Almost at the quarter line. Gillespie was able to offload for Alchin. Hayes just able to fall on it as Horrow crashes to the ground.
Yeah, on the Nissan replay, you can see that over the top came Horrow. He gets a smack in the mouth and then does a little bit of a 402, which in those of you that may not know my styles suggests that he was acting a little bit. The penalty, of course, goes to the Parramatta side.
He costs his side badly, Dean Pay. Sterling with a quick tap. He'll pick up maybe 20 metres here. Moore with the dummy. Laurie heads it right up the middle. We've got an Eels change, Bill.
Horrow off, Catanak on in 21.
Sterling. Barnes. Crunched by Gillespie. Greentree up the middle. With support too from Lydiard. Flick for Sterling. Stepping. Sterling! He looks for support. They hang off. 9 metres out Parramatta. Drake. Flick back inside for Barnes. Canterbury trying to move up quickly on the outside. Sometimes too quick. They're leaving gaps on the inside. Play's allowed to go on. Langmack was nearly way offside. Into the in goal. Cleaned up. Penalty. Offside. Harrigan had played the advantage for a long time.
Andrew Farah with his hands on his knees there, almost in an appealing note.
Well, it's going to be Langmack. Langmack was a mile offside. Maybe lucky that he doesn't earn 5 in the bin.
The penalty goes to the Parramatta side. Langmack's the man that's been penalised. Farah was called up as a, well, another witness to the criticism that he was levelling at Langmack.
Kenny leaves the field. Bell another change.
Yeah, Jason Bell in 20 replaces him. I think Brett's getting an early shower for services rendered.
3 from 5 for Marn. About 15 in from touch. Not enough time for Canterbury. And the Eels far too strong. As we get Sunday at the State Bank big game, Cronulla lining up against the Newcastle Knights. Marn pushes it away. The Eels, though, with that big lead of 18 points to 4.
For over a year, the FBI was on their trail.
2 maniacs who strike at random.
It was their most difficult case.
But I'm starting to understand the way those guys think.
And it became their deadliest.
Let's take them. Move!
Every clue put them deeper inside the minds of the killers.
They are going to hit again. We'll be back.
Based on a true story.
Like an execution.
David Soul and Family Ties' Michael Gross are the terrifying killers.
I'm under a lot of pressure. Let's go to work.
In the FBI Murders, for the first time on television, Monday night, 8:30 on Prime.
Bonded brake shoes? Give yourself and your pocket a break. For For brake parts, the place to go is Motorco. Disc pads, brake and clutch cylinder repair kits, even brake fluid. For quality brake parts at the right price, the place to go is Motorco. Motorco also stock a huge range of automotive electrical components too. For brake parts, for spark plugs, distributor points and caps, ignition leads, rotor buttons, globes, sealed beams and coils. The place to go is Motorco, corner of Peel and Burke Streets, Tamworth.
It's Steelmark. Tamworth for this great range of products. Flats, round, squares and angles. Steelmark. Plate universal beams, channels, joists. Steelmark. First and second grade pipe and RHS, W-strap, grid mesh and powder-coated arch bar. Steelmark. Galvanized purlins, black galvanized and zinc anneal sheet, roofing and cladding. Steelmark. For a comprehensive range of aluminium and stainless steel sections. Steelmark. For big stocks and great service, Steelmark Tamworth, your complete metal service centre supplying Lysart Building Industries products. When the job needs doing right, the first step is to visit BK Oliver Hardware in Burrell, stockists of an excellent range of building materials and hardware. There's everything for the professional and the weekend do-it-yourself enthusiast, plus BK Oliver Hardware are your local distributors of Lysart Building Industries Nita Screen fencing and Lysart roofing and custom board trim deck. So for Lysart products, building materials and friendly service from a team that cares, BK Oliver, the big place in Oliver Street in Burrell, have got it all.
Rainbow proudly presents a unique opportunity to get into shape with a selection of exercise and fitness videos from $14.99. Aerobic workout and tone-up exercises with Denise Austin. Walk aerobics with Leslie Sansone is a new way to shape up. Jazzercise fans, stay in shape with Judy Missett. Discover Callanetics with Callan Pickney. Look for this display and get into shape with the best from $14.99. Available in these stores now.
What an offer! At Peter Bailey's, we'll give you a free fax with the purchase of a Sharp 8500 copier. For June only, we'll give you the very latest model, Sharp FO100 fax, valued at $1,395 with the purchase of a Sharp 8500 copier. It's the answer to every business copy need. All this from just $46 a week. Trading's accepted, but hurry. For your free fax, phone Peter Bailey office machines before the end of June.
Welcome back, 18-4. Lydia. Right on halfway. Thomas with the tackle on Catnack. Drake. Greentree. The lorry. Sterling with Barnes. Lydia keeps it alive. Bell, Langford. 32 out on the last. Sterling's on the left. He's going to try for 1 point. Well and truly short. McLean beats one. Won't beat the tackle of Barnes. Canterbury in a lot of trouble now, Bill, in this race for the final five after being competition leaders for a long time.
Yeah, Graham, I think the interesting point to come out of that is they haven't won a game since Terry Lamb's been injured and hasn't been on the field for them. Not only are they behind on the scoreboard in this one, but they've got a lot of players that have suffered injuries too.
So things not all that rosy for the Bulldogs as they stare at their third successive loss. And McGrady's still trying to find that break. He has made one break that was early in the game. But that was all.
Well, he threw the ball wildly there. Parramatta have come up in possession again. Langford fell on it.
Creating more pressure for themselves now, Canterbury. But Parramatta this time have lost it straight away. McGrady comes up with it. He's paid. Thomas. And back play, Andrew Farah down receiving attention to his calf or his ankle. Plays right on the halfway mark now. Peets from dummy half. Made 10 metres. It's a knee problem apparently for Farah. McGrady a little Kick ahead for McLean. But Lydiard read it well and was too quick to get there.
Yes, he performed a soccer goalie's type of save there. Went down to it, dived quickly on it. It was a good save.
So another Canterbury change getting set, Bill.
Mark Ryan played fullback in the reserve grade. He's going on wearing 14. Andrew Farrell will be coming off the field. They just think it's not worth the risk with him.
At this stage of the ball game, I don't argue with that. Andrew Farrell in some trouble. Sterling. Robinson can't take it cleanly. And upended. Laurie and Jackson in there to make that tackle.
This could almost been construed as a spear tackle. He was catapulted into the air and his head came back down.
Here's Langmack. Was able to get it somehow back for Thomas, but Thomas has left it behind him. Picked up by Geordie Peets. Bulldogs just on their own quarter. McGrady again threatening to make a break. Just couldn't go on with it. Jason Alchin, who must be set at 5'8", hasn't made a big impact on this game. The little kick through. Canterbury fans appealing for a penalty on Alchin. The referee didn't want anything to do with it. It was Bartolo who ended up coming up with it. And Jason Bell just about on the halfway. 18-4. Parramatta comfortable leaders over the Canterbury side, and Parramatta will come up with the penalty. There's a punch up. Jason Bell is involved. I think Smith is also involved for Canterbury. It's the first flare-up of this game.
Yes, Langmack in there was the peacemaker, settling them all down. Sterling appears to be trying to quieten it all down too. Young Jason Bell, who's a recent replacement that came on, was a little bit agitated. There he is on the left with Sterling. They're about the same size. This is there it is. That's the first punch was thrown by young Bell at Smith. Now he's going to the body. He's going to the head. I don't suggest any of them are very effective from either of the players because they were surrounded by their teammates as soon as the fracas started.
So it's Smith who's getting the talking to from the referee, and the penalty's gone Parramatta's way. So perhaps there was something that we didn't see just before the replay. One can only assume that. So it's Lydiard who'll kick for touch. Lines at 10 metres inside the Canterbury half. Drake. 32 out from the Canterbury line. Sterling a quick ball for Katnak. Parramatta continue with this good form. Greentree again from dummy half. A one-hander along the ground. Picked up pretty smartly by Lydiard.
A spring-heeled runner, this fellow. He's reportedly one of the fastest players in rugby league.
Sterling takes the tackle.
His brother's no slouch either.
Jason Bell is a dummy half. Nowhere to go. 5 tackles gone. Sterling standing to the right of the ruck. That's where the football's gone. And the kick, one hop and it's over the line. Right on the goal line. And there's less than 60 seconds of play remaining. In fact, about half a minute. So this will certainly be the last scrum of the night. McGrady works it. One against the feed. Sterling has got it up for Mann, who's going to score in the corner. Well, an unbelievable event. One against the feed, and Sterling and Mann combining right at the end of this game to score.
Yes, Nissan replay. Nothing in it, really. Sterling just threw a pass to Mann, who was virtually unmarked as he went up the sideline. There he goes. Just has to evade a tackle. But it came much too late, so young Man's had a pretty fair game. He kicked 3 goals in succession early in the match and scored a try. And he's having his about 6th attempted goal now.
Well, I suppose Bill Greentree should be giving some credit for coming up with the scrum win.
Yes, it's got to the realm of a bit of a flogging for Canterbury Bankstown, hasn't it?
It certainly has, and Gillespie showing the battle signs. I don't think of tonight, I think of maybe the other night. He was on the wrong end of the business on Wednesday, and he's certainly on the wrong end of the business tonight. So Mann, way out, strikes this pretty well. Oh, that's a magnificent kick.
Have a look at that.
What a magnificent kick from Scott Mann.
Well, have a look at the replay. Just left his boot as true as a beautifully shot arrow. Is directly over the black dot, and just a great goal after 3 consecutive misses. Kicked 3 at the start, missed 3, and came up with a 4th. So that's the way it goes. All right, well, we've had a very good win to the Parramatta side tonight. They played very committed football almost throughout. They scored 4 tries to 1. The try from Canterbury came from Smith. There were no goals. The Parramatta side and their 24 points. Jackson, Lydiard, Frankovic and Mann, all backs, scored tries. Mann kicked 4 goals. So there it is, 24 points to 4.
Yeah, we got the win. There's the place in the right. All the footy fans are watching till it's Friday night.
The fire's out. Another real tragedy begins.
Where is he?
I don't know. A volunteer firefighter gone missing.
I don't fancy his chances much.
And it's his mates who make the gruesome discovery.
How has anyone identified that, Frank?
But there's another problem.
Now we've got 2 missing.
Whose husband has been found?
Do either of you recognise this?
A country practice Monday.
Atco Homes, one of the leaders in Australia of relocatable homes and factory buildings built with the highest quality products and backed by fully qualified tradespeople and a sales team geared to help you make the right choice. Atco Homes, proud users of Lysart Building Industries products such as Custom-Orb roofing and Colorbond pre-painted steel sheet products for strength, flexibility and good looks. Atco say start living the great Aussie dream for as little as $55,000 at Beachfront Village Hallidays Point, on sale now.
What an offer. At Peter Bailey's for June only, we're giving away a free Sharp electronic typewriter valued at $299 with the purchase of every Sharp 7300 series copier. Yes, a free typewriter with every 7300 series copier. A powerful basic copier, and it's yours from just $16 a week. Yes, we do take trade-ins. A free typewriter? That's something to write home about. But hurry, ring Peter Bailey office machines before the 30th of June.
We do it once a year. Sound Components $500,000 stock take sale. Everything discounted, no exceptions. Many items less than cost. This audio video cabinet and speakers is now $800. This Sony video camera, $2,500. A full NEC 110 watt surround sound hi-fi, now $1,800. Pioneer car sound, all 10 to 50% off. Hundreds of other bargains at Sound Components once a year stock take sale. Don't miss it.
Buying a used car? Well, there's plenty of choice. But how can you be sure the car you buy will give good service and be value for money? There's really only one way to be absolutely sure. Buy from JT Fossey. They're the only dealer who offers a dedicated used car workshop, a complete 25-point service check, and a full 5,000 kilometre warranty. No hassle warranty repairs for any vehicle problems, and a loan car should yours be off the road overnight. JT Fossey, the only choice for your next car.
Total weed control starts and finishes with Roundup CT, and total advice on weed control starts with a team from Seed and Grain Sales. He is part of a professional team that realises that adequate soil moisture is the key to productivity. Correct management of your soil now and for the future is essential for sustained crop production. He knows that weed control will rob valuable moisture out of the soil, reducing the soil's balance of moisture for cropping. Your local agronomist from the Seed and Grain Sales team recommends Roundup CT, saving your soil, your oil and your toil.
Again, the Parramatta Eels come up with a decisive victory, and our man of the match, the fullback Glenn Lydiard. Glenn, has been a real purple patch for the side.
Yeah, well, we started off pretty slow at the start of the season. We've picked up now. We beat Canberra and we beat Canterbury, and we've got Cronulla next week. We're going real well. There's a few young players in the side now, and we're sort of getting a bit of spirit back in the club, which is good.
Plenty of tries coming for the back line.
Yeah, well, we've got Bert back into 5'8", and the ball seems to be getting out there a lot more, and we're creating gaps and that, which is good.
Well, I know it's a big night for you. First time up. Nissan man of the match, $1,000. Spend it wisely.
Beautiful. I'd like to thank Channel 10 and Nissan.
All right. Thanks, Glenn. Well played. I said a decisive victory. Johnny Croucher, what about footy tap?
We were certainly right, Graham. Well, unlike last week when Canberra had favourites, this week Parramatta were, and they certainly came through for the punters. 24-4, though, was a pretty big victory to surprise most people. There were only 104 winners tonight, and the provisional dividend, $376.30.
All right, the Parramatta Eels. They may not have started as strongly as they did in the first 10 against Canberra from last week, but they certainly piled on in that first half after that.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, it would be hard to have the same sort of commitment, Graham, in the opening minutes of a game as they had last week, but they played, I thought, a lot more methodically tonight. They went about their task with a much better kicking game, and that wasn't quite perfect last week. Most other things were. They had a good kicking game, a good chasing game, and then Canterbury made enough mistakes to let Parramatta back into the game just before half-time, and they built on that.
Canterbury disappointing?
Yeah, they started the year without much pressure on them, didn't they? They weren't expected to make the 5, and then all of a sudden they won a few games on the trot. That put them in the spotlight, and then pressure came. That, I think, coupled with some injuries. You take Terry Lamb, David Gillespie and Paul Dunn out of any football team, it's going to leave a few holes.
All right, well, we'll be back shortly to tell you about what's coming up on 10 Sports Action this weekend with Rex Mossel.
Next on Cross Country, an advertising campaign that's really turned an industry around.
Over the past 5 years, $30 million of sheep and cattle producers' money has been spent on promoting their product, meat. But it's places like this where the creativity to sell that product comes from.
And helping our winemakers to do a better job of selling more fruit of the vine on export markets. Those stories next, Cross Country.
Saturday and Sunday here on Prime.
Music stores across Australia are drastically overstocked with hundreds of rock CDs, and they must be cleared. Bryan Adams,
Like a knife.
Supertramp, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, U2, The Police, Robert Palmer, Dire Straits. Hundreds of artists and titles, but be quick.
Made to a traditional Swiss recipe. Throw a little red on your lips.
Total Weed Control starts and finishes with Roundup CT, and total advice on weed control starts with the team from Seed and Grain Sales. He is part of a professional team that realises that adequate soil moisture is the key to productivity. Correct management of your soil now and for the future is essential for sustained crop production. He knows that weed control will rob valuable moisture out of the soil, reducing the soil's balance of moisture for cropping. Your local agronomist from the Seed and Grain Sales team recommends Roundup CT, saving your soil, your oil and your toil.
Gaskets, gaskets and gasket sets. Motorco carry the full range of gaskets for most cars and light commercials. Sump gaskets, valve regrind sets, carburetor overhaul kits, manifold gaskets, tappet cover gaskets. Motorco have got the gaskets. And Motorco have got the clutch parts too. Pressure plates, clutch plates and thrust bearings. For gaskets, for clutch parts, for everything automotive, Motorco is the place to go. Motorco, corner of Peel and Burke Streets, Tamworth.
Her husband thinks she's nuts.
Where's my steak? I give it the dog.
Her daughter thinks she's insane.
Two middle-aged women going to Greece on their own. It's disgusting.
And the critics are wild about Shirley Valentine.
You're marvellous.
Sensational and inspiration.
I've fallen in love with the idea of living.
Big, warm and funny.
It gives me stretch marks.
Pauline Collins, Academy Award nominee for Best Actress, is Shirley Valentine.
This wonderful film is screening for 1 week only at the Tamworth Regent.
Well, a particularly good win to the Parramatta side. They showed a lot of commitment to get there. I'm not going to try to con you that it was the greatest game in the world, but sometimes good teams win games and they don't play all that well. I'm not suggesting Parramatta didn't go pretty well tonight. What have we got in store for you? Well, here it is coming up. State Bank big game on Sunday. Cronulla against Newcastle. Remember, the Newcastle side knocked over that Canterbury Bankstown side, and they're going very well. Sunday the 17th of June, Caltex Field, 6 p.m. the replay. And this, of course, is for Brisbane viewers. State Bank Big Game, Brisbane against Illawarra. That, again, repeat, Brisbane viewers only. Sunday the 17th of June, 6 p.m, Lang Park, Brisbane. Now, Friday night football, or the Nissan Friday night football, as the specialists of Friday night football, Parramatta. This will be the third time we've had them, and they've gone very well on each occasion. Parramatta against Cronulla, Friday the 22nd of June, 8:30 p.m, Parramatta Stadium. That's what I'm looking forward to. Well, that's the football for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the telecast. On behalf of a very well-behaved Channel 10 crew, I'd like to wish you all a very good night.